What's up, everybody? Just wanted to jump online and do a little bit of drawing today, or tonight, I guess. It's been a long week. I haven't really been able to draw much, so I thought I'd get out and try to do it live, get some energy going with some friends online. I've been waiting for Sam and Dean to kind of calm down a little bit, because as soon as I get home from work, they're all excited. Been waiting for Sam. Gotta turn the volume off on that. So first things first. Hey, Comic Talks with Pop Van Zant. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just gonna get some links out to my Kickstarter right now. So exciting news. We passed one of the milestones earlier today for Kickstarter. We hit one of our stretch goals. And just by, a couple $100 a few hours ago, we hit that stretch goal at 6,000. And that means that everybody that has backed will also get 3 extra digital comics. So even if you're a digital backer and all you got was the digital reward, you're still going to get that bonus reward, which is pretty cool, since a lot of stretch goals only affect like physical backers. But everyone's going to get that. And then we also have only 2 more backers to go until we unlock another backer bonus at 150, which gives everyone a copy of our print of Skylar Patridge artwork that was on the cover of issue 6, and I will show that in just a little bit coming up. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day, busy day, but nonetheless, hit some goals. I'm trying to pull up the link now. So yesterday on Kickstarter, we had you may have tried to get on Kickstarter and it was down a little bit. So that was a little bit frustrating. I had a lot of people trying to jump on. Yeah, John, did you not know that Skylar was one of the artists on this book? Let's see, I'll throw that in the chat right there. So Skylar's actually done 2 covers for Mythica. There was a very limited edition cover, and I'll pull it up and share it. For issue 1, I think, that was just for, I think it was Albuquerque Comic Con. And so that was just an exclusive for that show. And she did that cover. And so, I might make prints of that one someday. And then she did the cover for issue 6, and it was really an amazing cover. So I'm going to show you that one first. Yeah, pretty awesome. Let's see. Let me get to the cover. Okay, here we go. First, to open up that. Wow. I don't know if my boys have settled down enough or not. So yeah, I'm pulling up the cover that she did, and then I'm going to pull up the way it looks with the new cover artwork. So calm down, my man. Calm down. You're all right. I gave you lots of attention. Let's see. Where's the cover? I need to put my glasses on, I think. It's been one of those days. Mythica 6 cover. There we go. There we go. So this, I'll share this now. So this is the cover here for issue 6. This is the one that is currently on the Kickstarter. So if you get issue 6 in digital or in print format, this is what you'll see. And then this is the way that the artwork looked. Mythica 1 was like 20 years ago. Fuck off, man. I know that. So this is the actual full-size artwork. As you can see, there's quite a bit more that comes off from what we ended up cropping in on. So it's beautiful art, and this was colored by Jesse Hege, I think is the way you say his last name. So yeah, beautiful piece. This one makes like a great poster. So this is the print that everyone's gonna get when we hit 2 more backers on Kickstarter. So if you want to see this print in your hands, then you need to go share the link. Right? She is rad, John. So yeah, if you want to get this print, you need to share the link because we only need 2 more backers to get this print out to everyone that's a physical backer. And so she would really love that, I'm sure. Then you can take it to her and get it signed. You need to find a place to chill out, because if you step on my keyboard and cancel this live stream, I'm going to skin you. All right. So let's see what we got going on Kickstarter. All right. Get out of the way, buddy. You see him right in my face? He's always in my face right when I go to live stream. He'll be sleeping all day. As soon as I get on live stream, he's up in my stuff trying to crawl across me. That's why they're cats. They're assholes, right? Also, I am open to suggestions from you guys. We hit that stretch goal at 6,000, and I have backer bonuses for reaching certain levels of backers, 100, 150, so on and so forth. Our goal was 300 backers because last time we had 286 backers. However, I want to work on putting together some more stretch goals because we still have 10 days left and we just broke the stretch goal. So I want to make another stretch goal, and I'm open to suggestions from you guys about what to put in those stretch goals. So I'll keep asking that question throughout and hopefully not punch my cat in the face. I wouldn't actually do that. I love the guy. All right, so also I'll try to pull up that other picture that Skylar did from issue 1 that was 20 years ago. Thanks for pointing that out, John. It wasn't 20 years ago. Asked. Okay, you're hitting things. Jeez. That's not it. I'm going to have to turn the... There we go. All right. Oh, you know what we got now? I don't know if you guys knew this, but we actually have music on StreamYard now that they'll play. I'm going to try this out. Little rock music, I guess. All right. Look at all these covers. Looking for the Albuquerque exclusive color by Skylar. Haven't looked at it in a while because it's been 20 years, right, John? You're right, though. My big goal is speeding up production for sure. Here, maybe I have it somewhere else. I was a lot less organized when I first started. All my new folders are a lot more organized. Oh, there it is. Albuquerque Comic-Con exclusive cover. It's in a folder. It's organized. I'm just not trusting myself. So let me do this one. So this was the Albuquerque Comic-Con exclusive. There were only like 50 of these made, so they're rare. What is happening right now? My computer's freaking out. There we go. Maybe I got too many things open. All right. Go back to comments. What? 21 years ago. Oh, you're such an ass. I love it. I need that in my life. I need someone to give me some shit now and again. My girlfriend does a pretty good job of that too, though. I shouldn't discredit that. All right, so I just came here to draw and to talk comics. Like I said, I've got 2 backers left before we hit that goal of 150 backers and get Skylar's artwork up there. So be sure and share the link out. And I'm gonna start doing some drawing, but I also want to know what kind of things you guys think I should try to throw in for the backer for the next stretch goal of the backer bonus. And I really want you, my dude, to lay down in your bed so I can work. Da-na-na-na. Can you hear that music, John? You know what I really wish they had for StreamYard is a little bell or a chime or a notification that someone is commenting. Because when you're streaming by yourself and you don't have a moderator, I have to like look up, see if there's a message, and I'd like to just get notified somehow. You know if there's a way to do that? I should probably share this video a little bit too. So this is the cover to my class comic book. Each semester my class does a comic, and we walk through it from beginning to end, and then I work on a cover. So that's what I'm working on right now. Dude, find a place. Come on. This is not the time. He really wants to crawl in my lap, and I'm like, nope. It's rocking. All right, cool. So yeah, this is a cover. I'll show you the whole thing, and there we go. So I'm just drawing this this girl who has a vivid imagination and has all these animals, like fantasy animals around her, kind of like a scene from Snow White or something, with like birds and butterflies flying through the window. The whole idea of these covers is always about being creativity, and I've done like 10 of these covers now. I'm about to kick my cat out. He's now hitting buttons. Arrgh! You guys still there? Yeah, you're still there. Fucking cat, I swear. That's probably going to be the most entertaining thing about this show, though. It's my cat getting in my way. Kill it. Anyway, so yeah, I do one of these every year or every semester, and sometimes we'll have it up to 3 times a year. But this year was a little slower, so we finally got a class filled this fall, and I'm working on the cover right now. So this has been a fun one. And right now, I think I'm gonna go down here to this little dude down here, sketch on him a little bit. You know, I have my volume down really low, so I wonder how loud that is for you guys. Hopefully not too loud. Also, a lot of times when I'm working digitally, I'll just do a rough draft and then jump right into digital inks, because you know, you can just be so loose and quick, and with digital, you know, if you screw up, you can still delete it or undo it. But in the class, I'm teaching them all the different steps, including penciling and line techniques, line art techniques, like tapering lines and hatching and stuff like that. So I'm kind of using this cover as some of the sampling of that. So while I'm doing this, I'm focusing in on making sure that I'm making thick to thin lines, and I'm going to do some hatching and all the things that I want them to be able to get a good view of. But I've gotten so used to working digitally that I don't work traditionally as very often at all anymore, and I need to stop doing that because I need to sell some original art. It's been a little needed lately. So does anybody have any suggestion yet on what kind of stretch goal ideas you have? I was thinking of maybe they're partnering up with some other people to get some more digital books from them, some sample books. That's what we did on the last one. Or maybe doing something to issue 1, like adding something on somehow, like upgrading it in some way. Not quite sure what to do though. Hey John, if you're still there, do you think it would be out of line for me to share my live stream somewhere in our chat groups, like, or maybe on that community page? I'm not really like focused on, promoting Kickstarter today, but I mean, I would totally chat with those guys about it while I draw if they were wanting to. Or maybe even bring them on if they want to draw. I can have up to 10 people jump on here with me. As long as they know that, I'm going to be talking about Mythica. This is a cute little guy. I like the way he's looking. But maybe it's a she. I like the idea of it being a she. Maybe give her some lashes. There you go. Comic Talk. Well, that one's way behind. I'm gonna get tired of this song after a while, because I think it's just on repeat. Now I'm gonna thicken up these lines at the bottom, give some depth to it a little bit. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not usually tired, and hope that doesn't mean I'm getting sick. I don't want to be sick. bud. Just chill down in the bed there. Well, I got it for you. I think I just want to do that. Got one too many circles there. Give her some more eyelashes. Dun. You alright? Beautiful boy. Thickening up those lines a little bit. So, open up that line a little bit. All right. Dun. Where am I wanting to share this? Share two pages. There we go. Oh, I can't. That's awesome. Why did you give me that option if I can't do it? All right, so yeah, I'm working on this cover for my comic book class. This is something I do every time I have a comic book class. I have to show them all the different steps making a comic, from doing layouts, the thumbnails, then rough drafts, lettering, penciling. So while they're doing that, I work on a cover, and so that's what I'm working on right now. This is the I want to say maybe 12th cover I've done. Hey, Chris, how goes it? How are things in Canyon City? Adding a little bit of line art, making these lines thicker in some places. That's what the penciling stage is all about. This is an adorable little beast. I have no idea what she is, but she's fun to draw. All right, she's starting to look good. Gotta head to bed so I can be up at 1:30 for snow removal. Oh man, I used to do that. In fact, I used to do that there in Canyon City for some landscaping company. I can't remember the name of them. They also have a rock quarry. Pretty big company. They're probably still the ones doing it, but Yeah, I used to do that. It was not fun. It wasn't that bad, I guess. Sometimes it was fun. Got to use the four-wheeler on the middle of a sidewalk once. That was fun. Need to snap this line here. Da-na-na-na. So I don't know if you're still on, but I don't know if you've seen our Kickstarter, but we are only 2 backers away from our next backer bonus, and that gives everyone a print from Skylar Patridge. Let me show you what that would look like. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, here it is. So this is the artwork that would be on the print that everyone that backed a physical bonus is going to get when we hit 150 backers, which is in just 2 more backers. I'm going to check right now and see if we have actually already hit that. That was a few minutes ago. Well, we're at 149 backers. We only need 1 more. So share this out, share the link. If you go into the comment section, you should see a link. Chris Steiner, thank you so much for joining the Action Line Army on Mythica issue 8. Chris is a long-time Mythica maniac. Chris actually was one of the first people I ever made a comic with in high school. We were like, I don't know, like junior, senior year in English class. And we made a comic book called Axum, which was some weird sort of play on X-Men. We were just trying to like spin the letters around because we couldn't come up with a name. Good stuff. He says he still has some of that stuff somewhere. I would love to see it. See how bad it is. Because I know my drawings still sucked not that long ago, so. Just launched a new campaign yesterday. Quality art with strong female characters. Let me know if you'd like the campaign. Share it with this one. Well, that does sound appealing. Oh, Roundhouse Hooligans, I have heard of that. I'm gonna give him a shout out on this live stream. All right, let's take a look at Roundhouse Hooligans, issue 1 and 2, which apparently just launched yesterday or a couple days ago. So this is Roundhouse Hooligans, issues 1 and 2, a 40-page mature action drama about a group of misfit teens who are trying to find their place in the world. Mature action drama. Well, that sounds good. Why is it always teens, though? Like, I feel weird when I read a book that's supposed to be mature rated and it's teens, and I'm like 47. The artwork looks really nice. Some good looking stuff. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to have to do a cross promotion with these guys. You know, this could be our next stretch goal. If Free Fall Comics here is willing to donate a digital copy to our next campaign, our next stretch goal. I think that if we hit, we'll say another $250. So from where are we at right now? I'm gonna have this song like burned in my brain. Okay, so we're at 61. Well, let's call it 65. When we get to 6,500, if I can get these guys to give me a exchange with me a digital copy of one of their books for one of my books, then we can make that a reward. What do you think? And then, you know, these guys are over here fighting. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that down in the corner. Sam's an asshole. Why are you chasing him around the room? What's wrong with you? What? Sam! What's up with you? You got the demon blood in you? Is that why you're attacking Dean? Fuck. All right, so yeah, we're currently checking out Roundhouse Hooligans. I'm sharing this. Just went out from Darren. So hey, Darren, if you're listening, come check out the live stream. Let me share this into this group. Actually, copy link. I get some of these other guys to share some of their stuff. Hey, dude, what is your deal tonight? Did you be getting some catnip? Really? Well, no wonder. Weirdo. I'm having a full-on conversation with my cat in case you guys can't hear that. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's get back to Roundhouse Hooligans. Or I throw my cat. So let's take a look at this again. I want to read their description. We'd like to present to you Roundhouse Hooligans issue 1 now in print. Roundhouse is the first comic series published by Freefall Comics. It's a nice company name. I like the sound of that. Freefall. Story by L.A. Keane alongside Brian Kerr as co-writer. I feel like I've heard the name Brian Kerr. Talented team featuring Pencil Inks. That was Carl Chi. Colors by Christy Swan. Jam-packed. You know, I feel like every single person I know that's currently in Kickstarter right now got the Projects We Love Kickstarter, except for me. And then I found out there's someone that you're supposed to email to get to that. So I was like, oh, maybe I should check into emailing them back. This is a nice looking cover. Looks like he's got like gold lipstick going on. But I like it. I like the colors, the orange and the teal. Nice looking stuff. Burning the house down. So yeah, I mean, this looks like a fun comic. So if you're out there, Darren, if you're interested, if you've got a digital preview of this or like a digital copy of issue 1 to trade for a digital copy of my number 1 as a stretch goal, we are looking for a new stretch goal for Mythica because we just hit the last one that we made, and we're trying to shoot for the next one. So our last one was at 6,000, and so I wanted to make another stretch goal at 65 to get everyone a trade, a copy of someone else's digital comics. These are the ones we did last time. Immortal Era, Electric Sheep, and this Bulletproof Chicken. They all sound like totally different, totally fun, and so now we're looking on to the next one. And we are one backer away from getting this stretch goal for a mini print by Skylar, which is this beautiful piece right here. Pretty awesome. So yeah, if you want to help us get there, be sure and share. Oh, wait a minute. It just jumped up to 150. So everyone that's a physical backer is going to be getting this print included in their set. Awesome. Let's see. Thank you, Chris. Chris gets us over the hump. Awesome. Thank you so much. Two Chris's back to back, Chris Steiner and Chris. Is it Ninker? I should know this. I've known you for a long time, and I don't know how to properly pronounce your last name. Help me out, man. Solve this question once and for all. And you, sir, what? You're being just rude. Did you get into the demon blood? I think you did. Kniper. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Darren. So, you're welcome, Darren. Absolutely. And like I said, if you're interested in doing a digital preview trade as bonus, let me know. I'd love to do that because we're looking for another stretch goal, and I'd love to have some more comics shared in these stretch goals. People can check out your comics as well. I blame my parents for such a hard to pronounce last name. Kniper. I'm gonna burn that into my brain. You want to hear a funny story? I have a second cousin who is named Penelope, but when I first saw her name spelled, for some reason I said Penelope, and my girlfriend has never let that go. So this right here I'm working on is the cover for the next comic book I'm doing for my class. This is a class project they do where they each make an individual comic, three-page comic, 3 to 4 page, and then I put it all together and have it printed up for them. And it's always a great time, but this also gives me opportunities to practice different cover art compositions, and the theme is always creativity. So often they'll have a character who's drawing and their imagination is sort of running wild around them, like this character here. And that's what we're going for with this shot. It's a very sort of Snow White kind of feeling with all these animals around them, but they're all like these make-believe imaginary things from her head. Gives me a chance to have fun with monster design too. So yeah, again, thank you, Chris, for getting us over the hump. That was the perfect timing to get on board, because now you got an extra print thrown in. 2 Chris's back to back who backed the same amount at almost the same time. That's crazy. It's a double. So, John, I'm afraid that your ghost symbol means something I should know and don't. Some sort of secret, code amongst people with all these emojis. Not sure what you're doing different, but the music's coming through clearly tonight. So, Chris, what this is that you're listening to is they've added some pre-made music to StreamYard, which is what this is being broadcast through. And so I have like 6 different genres to choose from, and then it just loops. So this rock song is gonna be burned into my brain for all eternity if I don't change its tune. But I do enjoy having it than just being completely silent. I feel like it adds a little bit to it. So Dun, All right. What are you eating? Your brother's leg? Don't do that. Keep things hopping. Yeah, exactly. So, Chris, were you here a minute ago? And I noticed that you had backed Kickstarter, and I started talking about Axum, our old comic. Are you here for that? Because that brings back some memories. Do you have any of that left? Like story or art or anything? I think we talked about this one time, but I forgot. Undues. I love about digital, baby. I don't have to spend time racing. Are you ready to settle down, mister? Because you're getting on my last nerve tonight. My last one. You got it? We're going to make these like some quills over here. So yeah, I have I was sharing with everybody that like you're the first person I ever really worked on a comic with, and that was in like 11th grade, and we worked on a comic called Axum, and I think did we come up with that just to like spin the letters of X-Men because we couldn't come up with anything better? You have a couple of file cabinets of old notebooks and miscellaneous stuff. I'd like to go through and see if I still have any of the Axum stuff. That'd be awesome if you did, because that would go way back and really show how terrible I was back then. Because my God, that has to be pretty bad. Make this one a paintbrush, even though I would never keep a paintbrush pulled this way. Tim, why? Why are you being right in the middle of everything? You don't have to eat stubborn tonight. Hi, bud. Yeah. All right. Just jamming now, drawing a little drawing here, and getting into the zone, and trying not to forget that I'm live. Doesn't seem hard, but it is. I get caught in the zone, and I just will just sit here and draw and forget to even acknowledge that I'm online. What I need is a moderator, someone who can like look at the chat and say, "Hey, so and so wants to know this," because I can talk and work. I just can't. I forget to look over at the chat. I was a big X-Men fan, so not sure if we were riffing off that. I do remember us joking, how we can beat down these villains on Axum. Oh, it's so bad. I love it though. Good times, good times. Alright, I don't know why I didn't start with the girl. I usually always do start with the main character, but I'm kind of working around her this time. That's alright. Go with the flow, feels right. That's another thing. This project is something that I always enjoy doing because I just get to kind of make stuff up and do whatever. So I need that right now. My brain has been fried between trying to market and promote this campaign, trying to finish up the other work that needs to be done with it. So there's a lot to do. And then I also picked up a class this in the middle of the semester, like last week. I had to suddenly start teaching an extra class because a teacher was no longer there, and so I was like, "Oh, okay." And it's, it's a little overwhelming when you walk into a class and like you don't really know what they were working on, and then you find out that they're all stressed out because they were doing so much, and now I have to come up with and like kind of write a new curriculum that is more suited to where they're at. So I don't like when I go into a classroom and don't feel prepared, or I don't feel like I'm giving them, their full money's worth. I don't like that. It looks like the paw is floating above. I don't like that. So we're gonna fix that. I'm about to change this music too. A little. Let's see what night driving sounds like. Terrible. This one's called Lo-Fi. Let's see what happens. All right, so I got to change my ticker too. We're not 2 backers away. We're now, I don't know, 50 backers away from our next one. Let's see. See, this is one of those things I got to keep up and change things. Next one is at 200 backers. Everyone's going to get a Mythica sticker for all eligible backers at 200. So, let me change this sticker. Just broke or just unlocked 2 backer bonus and a stretch goal. Very good. It's insane, y'all. That's what I'm gonna put. Back to the drawing board. Damn. Don't do it. There we go. That looks good. That looks more like the paw is like holding on there. What are you doing, Deanster? Hopefully your brother doesn't have to come over here and attack you again. Just take a chill pill for a bit. I don't know if that one feels right either, but we'll figure it out. I'll come back to it. Sometimes I gotta draw the rest of the body first. Go back to the comment section. Give him a little cat nose. Starting to look like a little Simba. I lost a tab here, so I couldn't see the Facebook. There we are. So, like I said, I'm trying to set up for the next reward. So if you guys have any ideas or have a book that you want to try and promote a little bit by putting in your Kickstarter, like a preview of your book, and then I will give you the same in return. Happy to do that, and I think it would help both of us. I like that. That looks. Kind of just making these monsters up. We're not really referencing them right now. Just wanted to have fun. I feel like I'm gonna go back to the rock. Let me try some other ones. This one's called Into Space. A lot of these just feel so mellow that they're not uplifting. They're not making me want to move. They make me want to sleep. And this one's just like that. Try this one. This one's called Dance Pop, so you'd think it would have some energy to it. Let me just take this. I'm going to see Batman this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. Has anyone else seen it? Like this guy's zooming out his guns here. A little shadow underneath him. That back foot kind of looks like udders underneath of this thing, so I don't know if I like that or not. You planning on it, Chris? Are you gonna just wait for it to come out on video? Or I guess it would be some sort of direct TV subscription thing nowadays. Yeah, I'm excited. Last weekend I couldn't go because I had a comic show that went really well, better than I expected for a small hotel show. It was nice to see people and get out, but yeah, that's why I couldn't go to the show. Getting a little texture on here. Probably start to turn this rough draft down a little bit more. There we go. And also probably merge that down now. I'm not really referencing anything on this cover, which is interesting. I usually reference at least one thing, but so far I'm just free-handed things and like see how it turns out. Right now the legs of this table look kind of like 2x4s, but that's okay. No one's gonna care. Oh really? A Comic-Con in Wichita just this past weekend. I need to start doing some other shows, but I don't like traveling very far because I don't usually do so well that I can like pay for the show and for the hotel and the traveling fees and really come out ahead. Usually, when I walk away from a show, I only end up making maybe $1,000. So I could easily blow that traveling. So, however, there's some places nearby that I wouldn't mind driving to, and maybe have a place to stay with somebody, or if a convention has me as a guest, I've done that before, or I'll happily, go as a guest, but then I don't have to pay for the table. That's only happened twice to me in my whole career so far. Because apparently these conventions just don't know what they're missing. They don't know, the power that having Matt Campbell will bring. Yeah, wait. Oh wow, Chris, that'd be awesome. So, how big was this Comic-Con? Luke Ferrigno. Oh, that's big. Then that's definitely bigger than what I went to. They've got names like that. Mine is at a hotel, and I think most of us were in the hallway. So yeah, that might not be bad. When is the next big show around there? Do you know? Because maybe I can see if they're not already booked. Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Like you said, there's not a lot of out of state shows I can do, but that's the best way I can do them is if I can either stay with somebody or cut the cost down somehow. I'm glad you boys settled down. I'm a little irritated with you guys. Gotta let me work. I mean, we got important things to do, man. Frontier is a non-stop Denver to ICT for recent rates. Yeah, how far is it to Wichita? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, some of those flights are only like $70. That's pretty nice. Looks like it's a 7-hour drive. Oh, I've driven farther than that, but I'd probably spend more than that in gas at current gas prices, so it would be better to fly. I'd easily spend that much money in gas. Yeah. Oops, sorry, buddy. Well, I'm definitely interested. Need to find the show, see if I can get signed on and get accepted, and then let's see if this goes here. And then we can work it out from there. I'm about an hour south of Denver, but I'm in Denver every weekend. My girlfriend lives there, and we've been dating for 5 years and going back and forth on the weekends. So I'm used to going that far. You have to tack on like almost another half hour just to get to the Denver airport, even if you do live in Denver, because they put it so far north, it's almost like in Loveland. It's way up there. I think the idea was that, they didn't want the noise pollution over the city, but still, it's a bit of a drive to get out there. Smallville Con. I feel like trying to copy it. Won't let me. Let me do it on Facebook. That would be weird. I haven't been back to Hutchinson in a long time. That would be weird but cool. I mean, I think it's on Action Studios. How big is Hutchinson now? Are you still living there also? Or are you in Wichita? Smallville Con 2022. Chat going on. Let's see, when is this? What's the date on this? June 18th and 19th. Let me look at my calendar. Let's see, April, May, June 18th and 19th. Don't see anything on that weekend, so that's good. You're in Wichita now. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to check into this more, contact them and see if there's any tables available. A lot of times they, depending on how big they are, they sell out. Let's see what their website looks like. $7,000 people following their thing. That's a good sign. All right, contact guest exhibitors. Let's see. Booth applications 2022. We are currently sold out of our economy creator booth. That means the cheap seats, I think. A limited number of standard and corner creator booths remain. Expensive seats. Creator vendor exhibitor application. See what they charge. Not bad. One 10 by 10 space, 8-foot table, 2 chairs. Standard tables, $125. That's not bad. Denver Comic Con charges more than double that, so not bad at all. A double for $125, and a corner is $200, and an end cap is $275. An end cap is about what Denver Comic Con's normal cheap seat tables are, but interesting. We got a pretty inexpensive table, a potential place to stay. It is in Hutchinson. Why do they call it Smallville / Hutchinson? I don't remember Hutchinson ever being referred to as Smallville. So when did they adopt that name? When they knew they could make a convention with it and make some money? Oh, you know what, Chris? It says here, if I stay at the Smallville Con, I'll get free hot breakfast offered daily. Are you gonna cook me breakfast? He's like, no, but I'm also not charging you, you ass clown. I'm looking at their guest list now. Looks like we got. Talking about Smallville Comic Con. See who's on here from Smallville. Creations by Teeters, Dennis Young, Unicorn Comics, Guy Anthony DeMarco. I'm waiting to see somebody I know. James Burritt, an author. Night. Prairie Dog Comics. That's a vendor. I'm not seeing a lot of comic book artists, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. It could be that I don't have a lot of competition and could do really well, or this is the wrong crowd. Gotta do this research, man. They did actually petition to be officially recognized as Smallville. Oh. Who do they petition to? The state? Warner Brothers? That's interesting. The Flash guy, John Wesley Shipp, is going to be there. I don't see. Wait a minute. So, just to clarify, I don't mean to like poke fun at this, but this is called Smallville Con. I thought there might be somebody from Smallville on the guest list, but there's not. There is somebody from The Flash and Dawson Creek. So. And Sarah Douglas, who played one of the 3 Kryptonians, the female Kryptonian in Superman 2, which I always like that character. Ed LaValle, Jason Keith, Ed Bickford, Rick Stacy. So I don't see a whole lot of names here that I recognize. So like I said, it could be a good thing, but for that low of cost, it might be worth it. I gotta mull it over. Figure out how much. So a table would be around 200. I get a good one, and then another 70 or 80 or 100 for a ticket. That's not bad, as long as I have books. I'm going to bookmark this and focus on this tomorrow when I'm a little bit more awake, but I'm definitely interested. It'd be nice to come over and see you. See if we can find dig through your filing cabinets and find the old Axiom stuff. So, Smallville Con. I guess I should have. I thought I was sharing this with me on the screen. I have too many screens. So, yeah, this is the celebrity guest. That must be shit. Colonel Hemingway, Brett Cullen, Sarah Douglas, the guy that played Colossus. I thought, honestly, it was digital. Maybe just the act voice acting? I don't know. Do you know any of these people? Stacy was the Marvel DC artist, my brother and I did an artist play the one from each time to understand. All right, on. Maybe it's got some more information. Oh, it does. Nice. You know what? This right here is so nice, and I get so pissed off when I do these big shows like Denver Comic Con. If you're listening to Denver Comic Con, if I'm paying for a table, the least you can do is give me a little write-up like this that I can direct people to on your website to show them, look, I'm actually going to be on your website, and here's my information, and promote it. Because when I go to these big shows, I give them way more money than this little small show, yet they don't even bother to give you a space on their page anywhere. They'll give the guests all kinds of space. Let's see if they do that for their exhibitors here. Let me find a smaller one. Cheeky Rabbit Studio Creations by Teachers. Comic strip creator. Yeah, see? Given just that little bit of information about the creators is not that difficult. I don't know why all of these conventions can't do that for people to sign up. At least by sign up by a certain date, you know. Obviously, you wouldn't want to be trying to cram something in the last couple days on the website, but yeah, I pay so much money for Denver Comic Con tables, and they stopped doing that when they got bought out by Fan Expo. But yeah, annual Smallville Con, June 18th. Yeah, I might have to check this out. Hutchinson Post. God, I remember that too. God, I'll have so many weird memories coming there. But like, some of it will be completely foreign to me, though, I'm sure. I bet you most of it will, actually. I was only there for a couple years. Yeah, a lot of these big shows have become such, money-making things for them that, like, they just want to get it packed full of celebrities because they know that's what's going to draw a crowd, and they'll just have tons of them. And then all of us that are there as creators are like paying big money for tables where all those guests are not paying anything. It doesn't seem right, Bill. Let's see, this is one of those little bars that come out. Yeah, I think so. And then, there we go. Nice little addition there. All right, thanks for stopping by, Chris. Thanks for your support on the Kickstarter. If you got any comic buddies, be sure to share it. We got like 9 days left, and that extra money is going to go into some very big names that we're hoping to get for the next book. So, thank you again, and we'll get in touch with you about this Kickstarter show for sure. Thank you. All right. I'm going to jump back over to the rock music. I'm digging that better. I got two choices that I like here, rock and dance. Can you tell when I made this outfit she's in that I had Velma on my mind. She's got the sweater and the socks. Well, you know what? Keep forgetting to turn on my ringer when I'm at school, and I miss messages from my lady. I don't want to do that. Here we go. Oh, there's nobody watching now. There it is. All right, I'm going to draw for a little bit longer. I really appreciate everyone that stopped by. Had some good conversation. It was nice just to relax and hang out with everybody. I've been working hard and kind of stressed about taking over a new class lately, so I appreciate everybody stopping by and just chatting and watching me draw. Make me feel good about drawing. It's always nice. Wrapping this toe around here. Doo, doo, doo. Uh-oh, I missed a comment. Gotta watch these things. Bye, Chris. Good having you. Flip this over so I can draw these curves more freely. There we go. That feels good. I know that this ring feels a little lopsided, but yeah, it looks a little bent, doesn't it? I need to smooth out this curve a little bit. Let me turn this off for a second. Look at it fresh. Yeah, that looks better. Let's check on the Mythica. We are at 150 backers, which means everyone is getting one of these prints right here from Skylar Patridge. She did this cover for issue 6 of Mythica, and now everyone that's a physical backer is going to get this as a print in their package. So nice job, everyone. Thank you so much for getting us over that next backer bonus. The next one is at 200 backers. So tell your friends, pass it along. Let's try to get us to the next backer bonus. I'm going to get back to drawing here. I'm working on a cover. This is for my comic book class. Each semester, my students are tasked with making a 3 to 4 page comic, and I do the cover, and then I send it off to my publisher, and we have it in their hands before school is out. So that's a really big, exciting thing for them. Love doing it. And it also gives me a chance to practice my cover work and try to do different things. One of the themes for the covers, though, is always like creativity, imagination, and so this cover is based on kind of a themed kind of like by Snow White, when she had all the forest animals around her, except these animals are all make-believe creatures that are in her head, and so some of them are quite wild and fun, and that just gave me an opportunity to draw something fun. Which is also why I'm not referencing anything on this page right now, and I probably should reference a little, but I'm just having fun, and I'm okay with it this time. I needed to just draw and have fun and not really worry about things today. It's been a rough week. Let's see, this is gonna have a leg that comes down like this, rotates, and then I'll have a wheel like so. And then we'll go in there. And we'll have another one. And here we go. Wheels and wheels. There you go. That's one. Another one. Just making it up as I go. No reference. I mean, I've looked at chairs enough to have a good idea of what they're supposed to look like, close enough. I sit on one almost every day, right? Thank you, Melinda. So I don't know how long you've been here, but this is the cover to my comic book class comic. Each semester, my students at PCC make a 3 to 4 page comic. We put it all together into an anthology, and I do the cover, and we send it off and have it published and have it back in their hands by the end of the semester. So it's a really exciting thing for them, and I get some practice doing covers, and I like that. So, and they love it. I love that I can give them something that they can hold in their hands and be proud of. They have a good time. I don't know if that perspective looks right on that wheel or not, but I might come back to it. We'll see. I think to 98% of the people out there, they're not going to notice. And I've gotten to the point in my art that like I love details and I love drawing, but I don't want to break myself trying to worry about things being perfect anymore. I used to stress like um, every cylinder, every ellipse that I made had to be a perfect circle, had to be perfect, and I spent more time freaking trying to make it that way than just drawing and enjoying things. So now I'm just a little bit looser and try to just have a little bit more fun with it, and it's been paying off. See that? This whole leg right here is too close. It needs to be like way over here. Well, we're gonna redraw that one. I mean, I can release and still see the perspective bad. So, all right, there we go. There we go. That's what I have to do. Took a semester with me some years back. I probably would recognize your face, but I'm not remembering at the moment. So sorry. But I remember faces much more than I remember names. Which class did you take? Was it a comic class? Was it this comic class? Another thing I remember is what stories people worked on. Close enough. I need some bars to hold this ring on. It's just magically floating there right now. You guys don't notice these things, do you? I'm the only one that really notices. We're gonna put this one like right under her foot. No, that won't work. Her toe's tucked underneath the bed. So let's go this way. There we go. There we go. Makes your waist too big. And another one down here, like so. Just put it out. There we go. A few extra little pipes and stuff in there. And now some metallic look on these. Get a sheen going. When I first started working, so there was 3 classes I've taught. One was comics, one was creating visual thinking, which is sort of a conceptual art class where we learned how to draw figures, quite a bit of drawing in class, and then the other one was design and color. Design and color is the one that's a requirement, so it's probably that one. So, are you the one that had the like really thick book that was like 100 pages? because that I remember. I still show that off. Okay. That's it, design color. Yeah. I'm teaching that one still. All right, now I want to put this little creature here holding on to that ring for dear life. It's like, pick me up. Yes, and I was the old student. You're definitely not the oldest. I've had people that were in their 60s, but yeah, that book is. I do remember. So now I remember your face too. I still show pictures. I only have photos that you had taken of that book because you were a scrapbooker and you went to town on that book, making like nearly 100 pages or something. It was awesome, and no one's even come close to that. Every time they look at it, they're like, oh my God, that's overachiever. I'm not doing that. Right here. A little bit of a cute button nose. A little bit of a mouth. Definitely start to look like a cat. Maybe I'll start with a cat and then change it into something else. A little button eyes. Okay, you pick me up. Yep, that's looking like a cat. It's okay. Yeah, I had one guy that was in that class who was in his 60s, and he only knew how to use like Microsoft Word, and somehow managed to get through that entire class and make that book with nothing but Microsoft Word. And every time we had a section like texture where he would have to draw something, he would type it out in Word and leave the gaps where he would need to draw on a piece of paper, because he also didn't have a scanner or know how to scan. So he would leave a gap and then print it out and draw the detail of the texture, and then if it was wrong or he had a misspelling, he would have to go back and reprint it and draw it all over again. It was like, oh my God, dude. Talk about the hard way. Creatures like, hey, pick me up. Let's see, what are they doing with the package? Maybe little toe beans are sticking up over here. They're trying to claw their way up. Yeah, like that. Get some more toe bean in there. Am I the only one that calls them toe beans? I know my girlfriend does, so I'm not the only one. Get some more over here. All right, so that's going to come down here, and that's going to be the ankle, and then this would be the knee, so it's going to go here, and then this would be the butt, and a little bit of leg poking out. There you go. It's all about overlapping. There we go. How's that for cute? Pick me up. This thing is teeny tiny. It's smaller than her foot. Now we gotta get a tail on it. And since I'm trying to make it a monster, not a cat, I'm gonna go with some other kind of tail. Maybe a long dragon tail or something. We'll see. I don't like the way that looked. Let's try that again. Go. Maybe put a barb at the end of it, like a pine cone type of thing. Make it a little bit more similar to like a Pokemon of some kind. Put a little bit of fur on here. Sheet in that tail. Maybe get a pattern going. And we'll do a little stripy pattern. Why not? Don't know really what this thing is. All right, that didn't look too bad. Shade this in because it's underneath of here. Put a little bit more leg underneath that one. Shade that one in. Like, hey, you up there, pick me up. Let's see. Let's try something different for the ears. Maybe some long ears. Give it a little shine in the eyes here as well. That makes them look even cuter. But let's try some long, like jackrabbit ears. See what that looks like. So we're gonna go with. Oh, it's really starting to look like a Pokemon now. As soon as I did that. Oh shit! It looks like Pikachu now. What do you guys think? Is it too Pikachu-ish? Let me know in the comments. Maybe a dark nose. It's just cute. It's like, pick me up. Let's give him a little bit more color in his fur. Maybe some speckle pattern. Oops, I keep pushing that button. This new weight comment is really sensitive on that button. There we go. A little bit in there. All right, so what do you guys think? Does this little cute character on the chair look too much like a Pokemon? Leave your comments below and let me know. I'm just making up creatures on this piece as I go, so as soon as I added those long ears, though, I feel like he started to look like a Pikachu. So, what do you guys think? darken up this chair. Let's see, we need to get a little bit of a shadow going in there. Let's do that. Let's switch the music because I'm very out on this to get the dance pop. There we go. I only have like 2 songs I can choose from on this StreamYard, so I just keep going back and forth between the 2 that I like. That's getting there, slowly but surely. Don't tell me surely. So what do you guys think? This is the cover to my students' book for this semester. Each semester my class makes a comic, a 2-3-page comic, and I put it together in anthology style, and I do the cover. And so that's what I'm working on right now, just detailing the line art for this cover. And I'm trying to go for something sort of akin to the Snow White when she had all the forest creatures around her, except in this character's imagining them, and so they're all just weird, random monsters that I get to draw. Adorable monsters. I tried to theme each cover on either creativity or imagination, so it tends to be if you're knocking things over with your squishy tail, Mister. Dean's tail's this big giant fluff that is about the size of one of those Swiffer duster things, and it just knocks over. Look at this. This is his tail right here. Fluffy tail. Yeah, well, that's why I was grabbing it. It was in my way, buddy. Well, that's the second one in a row. Melinda was just on here as well, saying that she was a previous student of design and color. Hello, Chris. I love that my students are popping out of the woodwork. That's awesome. So, I'm actually working on a cover for my comic book class at PPCC, and this is like the 13th cover I've done for that class. Each semester they do the artwork in it, and I do the cover, and it gives me an opportunity to practice my cover art. So I love it, and I'm really having a lot of fun with making random little fun creatures. This one down here is going to be a dragon, and I'm going to start on it right now. And I wonder how long I can live stream. I've been going for almost 2 hours, and I'm just curious, like, how long I can go before YouTube or something says that's enough. I don't know if there's a limit. So, Chris, what class were you in? Do you remember? Like I was saying to Melinda, like, I have so many students, sometimes I don't remember the names right away. But Melinda and I figured out which class that she'd come from because I remember the book that she made, and that's how I was able to remember. So I usually remember either faces or projects that you worked on, the pieces that you made. Let's see, I want this to be a win. I'm going to go ahead and start with that. Oh, you know what? That actually gives me a good idea. I should like send this out and to my comic book students when I'm live streaming this, since this is their book. I didn't even think of that. So I am going to try and do that right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I need to share this live stream right here. Copy. And I'm going to go to D2L, to the good old D2L, and look up their email. Just send out one blanket email. To the comic book class. Let's see. Jeremy Johnson on me. And that to me. That's me. Here we go. Oh, I need to put the link in. I almost forgot the link. Here we go. All right, let's see who jumps on. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. I'm a big dumb idiot. All right, I'm back. So, by the way, if you're new here, I've got a Kickstarter going on right now for my Mythica comic series. I'll drop a link in the comments since it's probably way up there now because I posted it earlier, but there's been a lot of comments. So I'm going to drop this in the comment section. This Kickstarter campaign is raising money for issue 8 of my comic book series Mythica, which you can also see on my website, Action Lane Studios. But we just, while I started streaming here, unlocked a backer bonus and a stretch goal, which means that people that are backing the campaign automatically get extra stuff. So when we hit 150 backers, everyone got an extra print in their set, and this is the print that they got. This is artwork by Skylar Patridge and colored by Jesse Hagee, and this is my character Riley Scott. And so this is the cover of issue 6. But we're putting this as a print and including it in with everybody that's a physical backer is going to get this included in their set once we hit 150 backers. Our next reward is at 200 backers, and that's going to give everyone an extra Mythica sticker. We also hit a reward at 6,000, and I'm going to go ahead and show this since we're talking about it. So this is the Mythica campaign. Let me scroll back up here to the top. So we're at 150 backers, and like I said, this is issue 8, but this campaign will allow you guys to get the first 7 issues as well, and you can get them as with these variant covers that are only exclusive to this campaign. So this cover done by Bob Hall is only available through this Kickstarter. And this cover by Jason Mintz, who lives here in Colorado, is also only available. And here's that issue 6 cover by Skylar. And then we have this awesome cover over here by Clever Lima. So these are all available. You can get the whole set, or you can get one at a time. And then there's issue 7. And the current issue that just came out is issue 8. So you can get all of them. You can get one of them. You can get them in digital format. You can get them in print format. But we're trying to raise the money to print these books. I pretty much already put in all the work to draw the pages. And Robert Nugent's been coloring these pages. There's some samples of the colored pages down here. So all we really are trying to raise money for is to print the books. However, we also are trying to raise money to bring on some special guest artists for the next campaign. This campaign, we were able to get quite a few, one of them being Alex Sinclair, who is very well known in the industry as a colorist. He worked on stuff with Jim Lee, and he colored our cover. Then, of course, all these variant covers that I showed you earlier were also paid for by the previous campaign. So the first goal that we set is for printing and shipping and getting the book out to people. And then the goals beyond that we're trying to reach are goals that allow us to get more artists or well-known artists. And so be sure and share this. If you backed, be sure and share it on Twitter or Facebook or wherever that you are on. Even send it an email form and say, hey, this is a really great project. Check it out and consider supporting. We got a lot of great stuff on here. We have variant covers. We have naughty covers, back issues, and down below you'll see that we're getting all kinds of bonuses. These are metal trading cards. This is a metal or a print, a hollow foil print, and this is one of the Mythica stickers that's coming. And then I need to update this because we just hit 150 backers to get that new print. So lots of exciting things happening, and we're trying to get that goal up so we can get some more guest artists. We only have about 9 days left, so be sure and share that with your friends. And now I'm going to get back to the regularly scheduled broadcast of making this comic. Making this little cute little guy right here. This is my little dragon. Need to come up with a name for him. What should I name this little cute dragon? There we go. And then he needs some wings in there. There we go. Folds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here. There we go. Bring this down here. Another little hump. Does anybody else make sound effects when they draw? I know I do. All right. Let's see where we're at here. It's getting late. How long can I keep this going? We're at 2 hours. Let's see, I'm looking for a group to put this in. Let's keep better guard. Jamie Surprise video, oh nice. Comics Writers, Indie Comics Launch, that looks like a decent one. Welcome everybody. I'm just doing some drawing on this cover for my comic book class. Each semester my class does a comic, they do 3 to 4 page comics, and then I walk them through how to make everything, and then I do the cover, and then we have it published and back in their hands by the time they finish the semester. So they get a lot out of it and they love it. And I love making the cover for it. So this is fun. So this one here, we always tend to like make these covers based on like imagination or creativity. So this cover here is a young girl who is drawing and imagining all these characters surrounding her. Very inspired by like Snow White when she was surrounded by all the different forest creatures. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, there we go. I create comic books. Definitely will share that. I'm just doing some sharing right now because I always forget to do that. I need a moderator, someone who can do some of the sharing for me, because I'm bad about it. That's interesting. Why the live one didn't even show artwork. All right, let's get back to this little dragon dude. He's a cutie. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm trying to make all these little creatures just as fun as possible to really make it feel that fantasy, creativity element. All right, it's looking nice. I like that. And there's a little one right there. Just giving it a little bit more form right now. There we go. Finish this wing off here. Put some shadow in it. Put a little bit of hatching in it. There we go. There we go. I'm liking the way that looks. Making sound effects while I work. That's the thing. Do that. Happy little dragon here. This dragon's really close to the camera, so one of the things that I talk to my students about is how you can use line art to depict depth. So things that are closer to us are going to have thicker, bolder lines. Things that are farther away are going to have thinner lines. This same concept is what, like when you have bolded text, it seems to jump out off the page to you. So the closer things are, the thicker we want to make these lines on the outside contour. And then the ones that are really far away become so paper thin that sometimes they don't even connect. And that's how you can create some depth. So now I'm just going over these lines and like darkening them up and adding a little bit of more texture here and there, building it up. And this is what line art is all about. So this is actually his leg under here, and this is sort of a piece of the wing that's sort of in shadow. So we're gonna cover that, and then this is his kind of leg poking out. And that one little sliver there is a little bit of light peeking through. So I also want to depict that there's a shadow on top of that. So I'm going to now use some hatching to kind of shade that in a little bit. There we go. That's looking good. Like that. I'm going to put a little bit more shadow underneath here, a little bit more underneath here. Maybe this sticks out, a little bit more under here. This is looking, I like the way this is looking. Going back through and doing another path of shadows. This time I'm going to do some more textures. This side of these is definitely going to be darker because it's on the shadow side. Just because I decided that was the shadow side. A few texture lines right here. We'll put a few over here as well. There we go. All right, he's a cute little guy. All right, so we got a little big dragon, a little cute little something that's holding on for dear life over here. I'm not really sure what he is. He kind of has a little bit of a Pokemon feel, but I don't know my Pokemon, so maybe you guys know what this little creature resembles. What does he look like? Yeah. I'm making this stuff up as I go, so you know I'm bound to be influenced by things I've seen at some point. Let's put a little bit of metallic on here with a little bit of shading on this, some metallic looking shading. Same on this one. Maybe these will do some circular shading, hatching. There you go. It's not really shading, more hatching. Right? Oh, there we go. I thought that wasn't drawing on there. Some shadows under here. Sometimes when it gets too busy, the best thing to do is just fill it. Really easy to get a little bit too busy with the details. So sometimes you gotta back away and just fill it. So put some hatching on here. Yeah, little details here and there. Just having some fun. Next thing you know, I'm gonna start saying happy little trees. All right, now I gotta finish this little cat over here. So this one looks a lot like a cat. and I'm not sure that I want to keep it that way. Or, I don't know. Let's see. His feet are coming down. He's kind of standing on his little hind legs here. His tail is gonna come out here. Trying to think what else I can do with this guy. I don't want him to be a cat. I think I want him to be a another kind of make-believe creature. Maybe something with I got a lot of cat feet, so maybe something with some horns. Let's try some horns. I don't think I have too many horn things. Let me take a look here. He's got a little bit of horn. This guy does. So yeah, let's. Nah. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is and give him that big old ridiculously fluffy tail. I'll just lightly sketch this down first. Really fluffy. Like a. What is that skunk's name? Pepe Le Pew? Something like that. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That makes it look a little more unusual. If you're just joining, I'm working on a comic book cover for my comic book class. Each semester, my class makes a comic, a 2 to 3 page comic, and I work on the cover, and then we send it off to get published and have it back in their hands by the time the semester is done. So something that they really enjoy and I really enjoy, and we've been doing now for several years, and gives me an opportunity to practice my cover art. I got a maybe, could also maybe say a squirrel tail as well. Kind of fluffy and sticking out there. I dig it. All right, we are at over 2 hours. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna go a little bit longer, and then probably call it a night. Straight lines here. I'm not sure I want to have those heels there or not. If you're just joining, drop a hi in the chat so you can see who you are. And like I said, I'm just working on this comic book cover for my comic book class, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Just drawing fantasy creatures, getting creative. I needed to just turn off for a while because I've been so busy, been focusing on so many things at once. It's kind of burnt out. And drawing is my happy place, my meditation. So working on that. I've also been promoting my personal comic Mythica quite a bit this week, so that's another reason I'm tired. It's a lot of work making a Kickstarter. Don't let anyone tell you different. Put another little tray holder in here. Here. Go. All right. I'll let me know what you guys think of what I got here so far. This is Spring 2022's comic book cover for my comic book class. And this is the pencils. I'll probably go back over this with paints. But I'm trying to show my students that when the difference between a rough draft and what penciling is, and how penciling is different than just drawing. And the only way to sometimes explain the difference is to just draw and show them, the techniques. So right there, finish this leg off. I'll just stop working on. I tend to bounce around a lot based on what angle things are at and what feels like a comfortable line that I can make with the position that my hand is in. So if it doesn't feel right, I leave it alone and just come back to it when I turn the page. So that's why I jump around. We're going to build a little tray here for her to hold her pens and stuff. This is going to come up like so. We'll give it a little bit of width. And then a little bit more this. Kind of sketching my line back and forth, building it up. There we go. And now I can go through and erase this one. See how that feels. There we go. It's a little bit tall, but that's okay. I'll make it work. So we'll put another pencil on here. Maybe this pencil's overlapping this one. There we go. Details are fun. What's everybody up to? If you're just joining, say hi in the comments so I know who you are and that you're here, and just let me know that you stopped by. I'm currently working on the cover for my comic book class cover, and the theme of this cover is imagination and creation. So this character is currently drawing on a drawing table and surrounded by imaginary creatures. I'll give you a quick glimpse at it. This is the cover currently. And I am starting to do the details off of the rough draft, putting in my shading and all of the different line widths, and really just figuring it all out. Details. And having fun. So yeah, if you're joining, feel free to jump on the chat and say hello. Always like hearing from you guys. We've had a couple of students drop in. Melinda King and Chris Eaton. That was awesome. Just check it out. Online right now. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Internet previous connection. Yes. I'm sharing this with the group right now. All right, and then this weekend I'm going to go see Batman finally. I've been waiting. I had a convention last weekend, so I couldn't go. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. Have you guys seen it already? And if so, what'd you think? I didn't realize it was 3 hours long though when I agreed to go. So I hope it's a good 3 hours and not one of those ones where you're just waiting for it to happen. The out of touch one. Hi. Hello. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's a fun name you have there. I'm doing some penciling today on my student's comic book cover. Melinda says, I heard some mixed reviews, a matter of opinion. Yeah, I mean, someone described it as being like, mixed like with the movie Seven. Like it's a little like dark detective kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, that's intriguing. I definitely would enjoy that. But then at the same time, they're also like, Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne is a little not really that great, but he's rarely Bruce Wayne in it, so you don't see it that much anymore. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect. I try to stay away from too many of the reviews, but I'm thinking it's going to be good. Thank you guys for your support on the Kickstarter. Mythica is doing really well, and we are breaking stretch goals, as you can see by the ticker at the bottom. Just earlier, while I was live streaming, we hit a backer bonus, which gives everyone this print as an additional item thrown into their whatever they back. And this is a cover done by Skylar Patridge and colored by Jesse Heating. And it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But this is the cover that's also on issue 6 of Mythica. So you can see it on the cover if you get issue 6. So pretty awesome stuff. And we're working towards our next stretch goal, which is still in the works. Let's see what I'm working on right now is what the next stretch goal is going to be. But I need to do some drawing. I've been working hard trying to promote the book, trying to do interviews, and just be everywhere, and also school stuff. So I needed to just do what I love to do, and that's draw. Just draw. And nice little piece of metal there. We've got quite a few people joining. If you're just joining, make sure you jump in the chat and say hi so I know who you are. Definitely would enjoy knowing who's out there. This is a cover I'm working on for my comic book class. Melinda, if you've been hanging out with me, I don't know how many times you've probably heard me say the same thing over and over again, but that's what happens when you live stream. You get new people, you gotta say the same thing over and over again. You guys like where I just kind of stamped my signature onto this piece of paper under her drawing table? I thought about just writing it right on the table, but This seems better. I guess I can go ahead and sign that. That's terrible. There we go. A twitch in my hand. Did you ever get that? But yeah, there's all kinds of adorable creatures around this character. The premise of this cover is imagination and creativity. I kind of try to make most of the covers in that theme. But so this character is just drawing all these imaginary characters that are around him. It's kind of fun. And lets me just have fun drawing creatures. So, what do you guys think? Is it good? Is it garbage? Should I just throw it away? Start over? Look for a new career? What's it going to be? So yeah, I teach this comic class on Mondays and Wednesdays, twice a week, and we cover everything from making the rough draft to working on the layouts and penciling and inking and lettering, and then we put it all together into a book that I then send off to my printer and have it back in their hands by the time they finish the class. So they walk away with it in their hands, and they really enjoy that quite a bit, having that. So I do too. I enjoy making it for them. So I'm gonna make this a wood pattern just to have some other texture in there, other than hatching. Jasmine, thank you. Welcome. Jasmine is one of my current students, so she's getting to see this page laid out. I don't know if you saw the wide shot, so there's where I'm at so far. Just kind of doing the line art. And if you're listening, this is what we're going to be talking about next week, which is detailed finished line art and trying to change the thicks and thins of lines and putting in dark areas and hatching. But notice there's no variance of gradations. I'm not shading like I would if I was trying to make a sphere. So everything's either hatching or solids or just changing line art. It keeps everything clean and crisp, but still has depth. I've still got to do some Spanish tonight. I am also a student. I'm taking Spanish because I was supposed to go to England and Paris this year on vacation, but we postponed it because COVID restrictions were still pretty high down there, and they said that if you test positive before you leave the country, you got to stay there quarantined for like 2 weeks. And so since we're doing it on my break between spring and summer, I didn't want to get stuck there, so we decided to wait. Still remember this project, fond memories. By the way, did you expand the landscape session more this year? By the landscape session, do you mean the one that was in Creating Visual Thinking? Because that class hasn't filled in a while. The one that was sort of a concept art class. This one is for the comic book class, and then I have the design and color class. And I did have the concept art class, but it hasn't been filling the last couple of semesters. So I don't know if there's a reason or if it's just sort of a, things come in waves kind of thing. But and that's where I do the landscape stuff. So I think that's what you're referring to. And I still don't know who you are, unless you said it and I missed it. Uh, the the out of touch one, I don't know who that is. So, and Jasmine, thank you. I love the publishing logo too. That's something I've been using pretty much since the very first issue. I made that little aardvark, and it's kind of been there ever since. I feel like a lot of creative art classes have been getting less enrollment. Yeah. I think that one, it's not necessarily like some people feel it's not a stable job, and if they're looking for, college to get them, in a more stable environment, then they might be looking for something that is more stable. But also, I think that just enrollment was down the last few semesters in general, just because of COVID. So I was a little bit nervous when the school says, "Oh, we're going to have to, make some changes and change the minimums because our classes aren't filling." And I was like, "Well, of course they're not filling. It's been a pandemic. Why don't you just give it a chance?" But they get impatient and worried because they want to make money. So on this back of this cabinet here, I have a lot of options. I can either just leave it blank, I can fill it solid, or I can do like a hatching pattern on it. So I think because of the contrast and whatnot, back up. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and fill it. It doesn't have a lot of darks on it yet. I'm going to start slowly building darks up. So probably just going to fill this one in. Yes, I remember Xena. I remember because it was a very a name that I don't get in class very often. I wouldn't say unusual because obviously it's not that unusual. It was in a show and a comic. But yeah, I definitely remember you. Awesome that you're here. Thank you. What are you up to these days, Xena? I'm going to make this bigger. This is still the pencil. I'm going to fill this area in with ink later, so I don't need to be like super precise about this. I'm trying to keep it clean for you guys to show examples of penciling the way you normally want to pencil. So like I said, a lot of times when I do these covers, I'll just go straight from rough draft to ink because I can pretty much do this without having to have a pencil drawing. But I wanted to show you guys the full stages, so it's a good opportunity to do that. And I love that you guys are here. I've had so many students hop on the thread tonight. This is like at least the 5th or 6th one tonight. That's awesome. Been working on making new characters for Pipe Dream of mine. Why is it a pipe dream? Like, it's a dream. A dream is achievable, right? That's what Mythica was at once upon a time, was just a dream, and I just started working on it. It became more than a dream. All right. Got this little creature over here. Got this. It's funny. I normally always start with the character first, the main character, and for some reason this time I worked all the way around her, doing all these little creatures first, and then started working on her. I'm not really sure why, but I was having fun with it. That's all that matters. It should be fun. Don't forget that. So we're going to start working on our base now. That's right here. Eyelashes coming out. Erase this part of the line. There we go. Right on. Well, I think that, you know, dreams are not something that should be tossed aside. I mean, I feel like, you know, that's how things happen, is having dreams. So don't give up on them. Don't fall in pipe dreams. You guys see how when I'm making these lines, my goal is to try and like smooth them out and make them this nice smooth curve. So I'll start off, you know, light and then add more pressure and then build that line up more and more until I have a nice line. Who'd that be? Now this is underneath of her chin, so it's probably going to be dark, so I'm probably going to put quite a bit of shading under there. Oh, another backer. Awesome. Sweet, thank you. Yeah, in case you guys didn't catch it from the ticker below, I currently have a Kickstarter going for one of my Mythica books, and we have a bunch of cool stuff going on right now, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the chat. So I'm gonna try some different hatching angles here and see which one I like. So the first one I'm gonna go with is turning this way. I always want to go with the direction that feels comfortable to my hand the most. So a little bit of shading under here, and then that little bit of hatching right there. Alright, let's see how that looks. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Puts a little shading under there, has a little hatching. I dig it, I dig it. This is hair underneath of her head, so it's gonna kind of come down and then back up. So that's what I'm drawing there. Get this little ponytail going. And with hair, like, I like to make the strands and then make some pockets where there's little crevices and irregularities. You don't want to just keep it all straight in the same line. It doesn't feel natural that way. So you want to change the line with up. Underneath of here, it's going to be a lot darker. Hi, Jasmine says, what brushes do you use? I don't like drawing Photoshop. I want to learn since it's the industry standard. So, yeah. Right now, let's see. Best way to show it to you here. Probably this. Where is that? There we go. So, I'm honestly using a brush tip that is, I think, pretty standard, if I remember right. Just a round brush, and I have it tilted. I think I'm using round brush. I might be using my brush. I have a custom brush, but the main thing is I have it squished. So instead of being perfectly a round brush, I have it squished and rotated at a 45-degree angle. And the reason I do that is that I know that because I'm left-handed, I tend to pull, this direction. So when I'm this way, I'm going to get a really thin line, and then when I go this way, I'm going to get much thicker lines. And that replicates a pencil a little bit more for me, because pencils tend to get flat on one side and sharp on the other. And then the next thing I have is the pressure sensitivity, because I'm using stylus. That's pretty standard for most anything that lets me get thick to thin lines. And then the last thing I have set here is the pen pressure. So that's why, that has to do with how dark of a line it is. So if I draw medium, it's that dark, and if I press really hard, it's a much darker line. And so that emulates the pencil, in that if you sketch a line with a pencil, the more you go over it, the harder you press, the darker it's going to get. And that's pretty much it. I have very little smoothing. I think it's also called smoothing in Procreate and Clip Studio, but basically where, if you make a line, you're kind of smoothing your line out. I don't have a lot of that because I'm drawing right on my screen, and I like it to feel as natural as it does when I sketch with pencil. So that means freehanding a lot, and I have just a little tiny bit, like 10% smoothing, and that's it. That's pretty much all I'm doing. I like it to feel more like a natural brush in my hand. And that's really the trick to drawing with any of these programs, is getting the brush to feel comfortable to you. If you start off with a digital brush from the very beginning, some people get used to drawing with that smoothing on all the time and how it just chases your hand around. But I started drawing, I started doing everything traditionally. So I'm always trying to make it feel like it does when I draw traditionally. So right now I turn the canvas because my hand naturally arcs this direction. So if I have to make an arc, I'm always turning the canvas to match that, rather than using the smoothing tool. Hopefully that all made sense. Yeah, and I have so many brushes. If you can see my screen, I'll show you. So this is the brushes I'm using most of the time. I have one here somewhere. I don't see it. I'm blinded at the moment. Honeycomb, sample brush, feathering. Where did it go? Did it get deleted? Maybe that's where. But all these folders are massive folders of brushes, and they go on for miles and miles and miles. And it's funny because with all of these brushes, I mostly am just sketching with the round brush still, because some of these do some wicked stuff, like this one here is a fern brush. I have so many brushes, and I pull them out sometimes depending on the job. But for the most part, I just use this one that I feel the most like a pencil. So I kind of dialed it in, and I only use the extra brushes for finishing touches, like special effects and things like that. And usually I don't pull those out until I'm inking either, because But I'm penciling, I just wanted to feel like a pencil. As you can see, I keep darkening up the outside contour line. I keep going over it and thickening it, and that's making that character's going to stand out more, because she's like the central focus. So we want to make sure she has a nice, strong contour line. Like you can see the table edge behind here. I definitely want to make sure her line is thicker than the table edge, so that there is distance created between them. And what I've learned over the years in comics is if you feel like the line is too thick, then it's probably right where it needs to be. Because I'm zoomed in, so it feels like it's really a thick line at this point, being at this level. But when you look at the page as a whole, it's really not that thick. So did you get your lettering done? No, better save. I haven't saved in a while. Do you have any tips on how to draw a city and make it feel alive? Like, kind of literally. Like, not like hustle and bustle, but like the city is living. Like, buildings, like, could curl around and grab you, kind of thing. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean just hustle and bustle? Like an active, busy, lively city. Something like that. So if I was going to try and do something like that, I would reference drawing a blank. Hold on, what's his name? I'll just look it up. Yeah, Tim Burton. Because what you're looking for are buildings that, to make it come alive, you want to put some curvature and some movement into a building that would normally be stiff and straight. I'm trying to see if I can find examples of it. Yeah, here we go. So this is a quick little one. This isn't a city, but let me see if I can find the city in Nightmare Before Christmas. Town. Yeah. So this is perfect. Let me show you what I mean if you're still there. Let me pull this up and drag it over here. So if you look at these, like this building here, it's kind of, maybe there's a better shot of it. They're all kind of small. Oh, there, here we go. You see how, like, it's kind of bending forward and the roof line's angled, and it feels like if you were to walk by, it would like follow you. Treat the buildings more like plants. Like if you were to draw up a plant leaf coming out of the ground and then put windows on it, it would be some sort of combination of that. And the reason for that is what makes it feel alive is that we've talked about this in my design and color class, but like rigid vertical and horizontal lines indicate structure and normality and rigidness, whereas lines that bend and flow are more organic. So that's what's going to give you that look if that's what you're trying to go for. Even this building, like there's still mostly straight lines, but because it's breaking out of the ordinary, it still feels more alive than just standing. Here's some more. You see these buildings, how they're just like kind of almost abstract in their shape. That's what's going to give you that alive feeling, I think. Hopefully you found that helpful. I'm going to go back to drawing now. Yeah, just going over these lines over and over again, like picking them up, especially the outside lines, but also in valleys. You always want to darken up the valleys. Oh, you're totally not distracting me. I mean, I enjoy talking about it. You're not I guess you're not distracting in that sense, but I just wanted to, it felt like it'd be easier to show you than try to do it any other way. But I mean, it's nice having someone to talk to while I draw, so I appreciate the questions. So again, this arm, or this part of the arm, is underneath. So I'm going to really go over this nice and thick so that it shows that this is on the darker side of the light source. With these lines under here, build them up some more. And I'm going to do this sweater pattern on here in a second. Around. There we go. Picking these lines up. And I'm trying to keep a consistent thickness, though. I'm always checking it as I'm going around and comparing it to the other lines, contour lines. Mostly I'm focused on the outside contour lines, not being consistent. I can then go in and have variety, more variety on the inside. All right. Well, I think I'm about to hit a record of live streaming here. This is going on 3 hours of live streaming. I appreciate everyone that has come by. I'm going to finish out the 3 hours and probably call it a night for this live streaming. So don't forget, if you haven't checked it out, I do have a Kickstarter going right now. The link is in the comment section. We are currently just broke 2 different backer rewards. And so now is a great time to join, and that support helps us to not only print the books, but also get more guest artists onto the book. So please check it out at least. And if you can't back it, another great thing that you can do is just to share it with your friends. Let them know that you know somebody who's made their own comic, and it's got a Scotsman fighting demons, and it's just a super fun book that they should check out. Because you never know who might be interested in it. Sharing can be extremely helpful in helping us to hit our goals. So please share the links for sure. Getting our little sweater detail in here, and gonna put some texture lines in here. That way it looks more like a sweater. I gotta switch back over to the rock music. The constant beat has broken my soul. There we go. All right, back to the down here. I get a lot of practice doing these kinds of patterns when I work on magnets and kilts. It's always got patterns going over wrinkles, and I have gotten a lot of practice with that. All right. Let's see. This line going up here. All right. I think I'm going to call that a night. I appreciate everyone that's come by. Thank you so much. Make sure you check out the Kickstarter. It is rocking and rolling. We've got 9 days left. And we could really use your support to get over our next stretch goals and get new artists and guest artists working on this book. On my screen, you're seeing the cover art for my current class's comic book project. I'm doing the cover art for that and really having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys had fun watching me, and thank you so much. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Turn off this music. Thank you so much.